Four.
Hi everybody, today is May the 13th, and as always, we're going to tell the pain story. This pain story has changed a lot of people's life and shed light into why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So let's get started, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now there's a dog inside the room. I'm going to read this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably recently blink at you this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, while for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me, so I'm going to put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk through the room. So inside the room, there be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? It is still a pen or a chewing toy. It becomes neither, right? Not a chew, not a pen, not a chewing toy, right? So we call this one, so this one, and the emptiness call this one as, no, sorry, the ancient wisdom call this one as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just for reaching like the world should like the emptiness into his business, I was able to feel this very happiness to injected. Yeah. He is also able to have support refuge. So what is the emptiness? Why is it so beautiful? Let's go back to the pinch story. Okay? This technically on the table, when there's no room, when no door, nothing to interfere with. It come back to choose and replace the emptiness. But because this has the emptiness, also has the potential between anything and anyone, depending on who or what's looking at this at the moment. So what do I mean by that? So thinking about this one, okay, when there's nothing in the dog, it is almost nothing, right? It's come back to this is almost nothing, and it come back to true self. But as soon as I go back into the room and look at this becomes, yeah. When the dog comes back to the room and the dog looks at this becomes a chewing toy. When both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time, and we both look at this at the very same time, what does this thing become? It's become two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So that's what the magical of the potential came of, of the emptiness and the potential. Because it basically can be anything depending on who or what is looking at this at that very moment. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now, I see this as a pen. So does this pen coming from me or does this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is a pen itself, then the dog or anything in this entire universe will have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. So that, and now we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to believe this one become a diamond. Okay, so please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. Let's do a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are certain say our mind that the ancient wisdom calls as karma. When we see something, the certain side of my path will open up and cover this and made us see it for what had been planted only into our mind. So who planted those seed into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, and only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways, by our word, by our actions, by our thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friends say, yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I do this, this palm open up and both me and my friend will see it and it start leaving mark in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has now been planted into my mind. And I pop up, open up, and cover this and made it seed what have been planted all into our mind. And this is how a pen become a pen or anything surround us become what and who they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over four different lessons. The first lesson is both are correct. So we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and we also learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. The second lesson is, along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential of everyone or everything around you, and trust the potential of whatever happened to you. And the third lesson is, everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. Don't blame anyone, because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind using our word or action or thoughts to other people. And the fourth lesson is actually connecting to the third lesson, which is how we can create or manifest our dream life in a very certain way. So first, you have to know what you want to achieve in your life, and then we start planting those seeds using our word or action or thoughts to other people. If you want to have happiness, then we start planting the happiness seed using our word or action or thoughts to other people, helping other people to be more happier. If we want to have prosperity, then we use our word or action or thoughts, helping other people to be more prosperous. And just like that, whatever that you want, making sure to use your word, your action, your thoughts to other people. And the lesson that I would like to share with you all today is that actually, I think that I'm in the autopilot when I'm telling the pain story, up until the point that I start sharing with you the pain story lesson, especially in the part of lesson number 4. Lesson number 2 and lesson number 4, because I was, okay, I still be very conscious when I was first telling the first 2 lessons. But then going to lesson number 3 and lesson number 4 of the pain story, my mind just autopilot. And then suddenly I realized that I'm already done with the pain story. And I'm going to the lesson part. And it's done. It dawned on me. When you do something, recently my mom has been telling me that, you have to be mindfulness. And mindfulness is not something, really, really high, really something really sacred, really powerful. Mindfulness is just be right there, fully present right there. And you're doing one thing at a time, and your mind is always in there. And when I think about that, that word is actually quite honest. Just what it is, mindfulness. So bring fully, being your full mind come to the time. And that is something that I probably will have to work on. Sometimes it's difficult, but I think that everything again is the process, is a practice, and it's just whether we want to do it and we have the discipline to keep practicing it. There will be days that it will be difficult, it will be more difficult, but then I believe that with consistent practice, we'll be able to achieve that. So yeah, so it's something that I would like to share with you, but it's also something that I would like to remind myself to be more present, to be more mindful of what I'm doing. So thank you everyone for listening to me today. Thank you, Unlearn, for accompanying me in the 3,000-day journey. And if by me sharing with you the pain story or my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my coworkers, to my neighbors, or to any living things in this world or any other worlds, with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.